Let's turn our attention to the politics of Edo State. There is a process that will lead up to the governorship primary within the different political parties. PDP is one of his ruling party in the state, and they're looking forward to electing a new governor because Governor Godwin Obaseki would have served out a 2 terms. So the People's Democratic Party would have to first and foremost conduct congresses to allow them have the collegiates, the delegates, then that will allow them to determine those who will be participating in the primary. But the conduct of that primary, some of the pictures that you can see on the screen, is generating a lot of controversies, as those who are aggrieved saying that it has been skewed and rigged against them. A group of 9 governorship aspirants held a press conference after the conduct on Sunday. Let me allow you to listen to one of them, Mr. Anthem of Jesua.
The congresses went extremely well. It was peaceful. It was fair. It was credible. We had only one incident. And that is why the panel, headed by His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, the panel have decided and are taking a decision to cancel Isako Central. So we're not going to have results for Isako Central. Now, why is that so? The vehicle conveying the electoral officers were kidnapped somewhere in J2 yesterday morning.
That's the chairman of the PDP in Edo State, Tony Azegbemi. But there are those who are aggrieved, and there are a group of 9 aspirants who held a press conference, and they say that the Congress was skewed against them. Let's get a sense of what exactly this means altogether, and whether or not this might culminate. We've seen this happen in Plateau. You saw what trouble Congress led the party in, and led to a lot more trouble in the courtroom. Mr. Tony Azegbami, he was a former member of the House of Reps and the chairman of the PDP in Edo State. He joins us virtually from Benin City. Thank you so much, Dr. Azegbami, for your time tonight.
Thank you, Sean.
There are people who are not happy with the conduct of that Congress. And that Congress is expected to be conducted in lieu of the primary, which is supposed to help you conduct the primary. So when we wonder if the Congress is conducted in this manner and people are unhappy, how do you want to hold a peaceful primary?
Yeah, once again, thank you, Sean, for having me. It's an opportunity to give an insight into the robust and the elaborate program we put up in Edo to have the Congress's held yesterday. First, it is the National Working Committee that really conducts the Congresses for the party. They send in people of high integrity to conduct the Congresses in all the states of the Federation. But here in Edo, what we did, we took the thing a notch higher. For the first time in the history of PDP in this country, and I stand to be challenged, anybody can take me up on this, the PDP in Edo State got the party's register to be pasted in all the ward collation centers where congresses were held yesterday. That has never happened in the history of PDP. Secondly, the congresses were held at the ward collation centers, INEC ward collation centers. That has never happened in this state, in this country. We also made sure that before you are accredited, you must come with your voter's card, you must come with your party card, and your name should reflect on the party's register. Sheon, how more transparent can you be? We went out of our way to make sure that we did the right thing according to the guidelines of the party.
Okay, so let's begin from the scratch. Let's look at from the beginning? Was there an agreement with stakeholders before this Congress? Did you hold a meeting of stakeholders before the Congress?
Sheung, I've just told you that it is not the state chapter that organizes congresses. It is the duty of the National Working Committee to organize these congresses. So even if I had a meeting with the aspirants, I wouldn't know what the meeting will achieve.
No, but the question I'm asking, was there an agreement in the manner in which things were going to be done in the Congress before it was held, Mr. Azegbami?
Sheung, the laid down procedure, the way and manner congresses are held, it's not a secret. They have always been the same. I told you, we even took it took it a notch higher than what ordinarily should happen by doing those things that I just told you about.
So get it right, because the grievances of the group of 9 governorship aspirants was that there was a meeting, an agreement before heading into the Congress, which what happened was a total departure from what they agreed on before going into the Congress. Are you privy to that agreement?
Agreement between who and who?
Between the stakeholders, which some of the aspirants were also privy to. Are you privy to that meeting, that stakeholders' agreement on how the Congress should be held?
I think we are not on the same page on this. I'm not aware that any meeting was held with the aspirants anyway. At least in the state, we didn't hold any meeting with the aspirants. I wouldn't know whether the national had meetings with them or whatever they agreed on. But what I'm telling you, Sheung, is that this Congress that was held yesterday in Edo is adjudged to have been the most credible, the most transparent Congress that I've ever had in the annals of PDP in this country.
But
okay. I'm not just saying it. I just gave you 3 items that we did that we introduced into the process to make it credible.
No, so one of the grievances, look, and I'm very sure that you have heard what some of the aspirants, including the former chairman, Mr. Ansem Ojezua, the deputy governor, Philip Shoaibu, those who came together, Onairo Ozaiwu, came together, held a press conference yesterday evening. Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware. I heard the snippets from that press conference.
And you heard the accusation and the allegation against the leadership of the party. Are you aware?
Yes, I heard that.
So what will be your reaction to their grievances?
Well, anybody, with all due respect, that takes part in an election should or ought to know the procedures for that Congress or for that election. Decisions are normally not made at meetings. How an election by a Congress you hold are not made at meetings. There are procedures. The National Working Committee normally issues guidelines to guide everybody. They are not things you say or you do at meetings with stakeholders. You get my point? Mm-hmm. So the issue of there was no meeting before the Congress, the question will be, are there guidelines? Did the NWC issue guidelines for this Congress? Yes. Did the National Working Committee panel that was sent to Benin, did they follow those guidelines? Yes. So I wouldn't know where the issue of...
Are you aware of pre-written results of the Congress?
No, that is. I will tell you what the procedure was. When you got into the Relation Center, you will be accredited. The electoral officer that was sent from Abuja will as we read out the names of all the aspirants in that ward. In some instances, some wards had about 12 aspirants. The least we had in the state was 3 aspirants in one ward. Every other ward in the state, out of the 192 it's only in that ward that we had only 3 aspirants. So you can imagine having 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 aspirants in each ward. Those names must be read out to the delegates, to the party people that have been accredited. And that's what happened. Which results? Who wrote results where? All the results were declared on the field. Let anybody come up with concrete evidence that results were written, and that was what happened yesterday. I'm telling you again, Joe, yesterday's Congress was the best ever organized in the history of PDP in this country.
So if it's the best, why are up to 9 aspirants aggrieved? Because they say that what you have just done, or what happened, or what took place yesterday, was a situation of deciding the process and working from answer to the question. And this was totally skewed. Those are the allegations.
I hear you loud and clear, Sean. I will take you back. With due respect to all the aspirants that are complaining, what were they expecting to get when, as far as campaigning was concerned, many of them were not campaigning. Many of them didn't go to most of the wars. Many of them didn't go to the senatorial caucuses. Many of them did not visit leaders of the party in the state. I get the point. We will hear all the grievances. Thank God for the PDP and the organized nature of the party. On the 7th of this month, there is the appeal panel headed by His Excellency Siraki Dixon. They have a chance to air whatever grievances, whatever shortcomings they might have noticed during the Congress. Coming out to the press to air those grievances, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's not the right thing. That's not the PDP way of doing things. We are an organized party. We have had a Congress. 545 delegates have emerged.
Dr. Ozegbami, let me cut in quickly. Part of what the aspirants or some of the stakeholders said was agreed about was the officials that will conduct the exercise. And on finding out, they have come out to say most of the officials who conducted the exercise are largely political appointees of Governor Obaseki. And they're accusing the government and Governor Godwin Obaseki and your leadership of skewing this in favor of a preferred candidate against what has been agreed upon. This is part of what they said at their press conference. How do you react to that?
Chair, the National Working Committee sets up electoral panels, sets up the panel, the central panel that comes to the state to conduct congresses. For the first time too in the history of, I'm sure in the history of PDP, we had all the heads, all the team heads going to the wards to conduct the congresses. They were all not from this state.
Are you saying that there are no special advisor, no political appointee that conducted the exercise across all the wards yesterday?
At the ward level, and I'm saying this very seriously, at the ward level, most of the team heads were outside this state. At the SGA level, to coordinate the affairs, you needed people that were from this state. If some of those people were political appointees, as you said, appointees of government, does that negate the results that came in from the wars? I don't think so.
But
they were not the ones that
could that be said to be fair? If, for example, those aspirants say that the governor is a preferred candidate, and now some of his appointees are the ones conducting the exercise, can that be fair?
Sure. We have 192 wards in this state. 2 electoral officers were sent to these wards. Most places, there were two people outside the state. They conducted the congresses in all the wards. The point I'm making, if you were not lobbying or participating at the ward level, why are you blaming the SGA collation officers for being appointees of government? I just told you, at the ward level, most of those electoral officers, 95% of them are outside the state. Yes, at the SGA level, we have some, most of them are from this state. But the point I'm making is that at the point where elections took place, were these aspirants really present? Did they send in people there to monitor the exercise? Did they send in people there to make sure that what we set out to do, what we said we would do, we did it? I imagine that after every election, nerves are frailed, people are not happy with the results. I get that. That is why we have an appeal panel. So my own idea would be, why don't they go to the appeal panel on the 7th? That's just 2 days away. Bring out all the grievances you have, instead of coming out to the media after an exercise, once again, I'm telling you, the best organized in the history of this party. And you are rubbishing the system, and you are a party member. That, in my opinion, is not right. I will expect them to conserve their energy, get to the appeal panel, and deal with it from there. Even if you are not even satisfied at that level, on the 16th of February, the NWC will look at all these processes and take a decision. Why rubbish the party? Why bring the party into disrepute? You have not finished, you have not exhausted all the mechanisms put in place by the party in case you have grievances.
Well, I mean, how do you douse the situation where there are feelers or there are views from some of these aspirants that Governor Godwin Obaseki as a preferred candidate, and that all what has happened is working, and yourself and your leadership in the state are working hand in hand, hands and gloves with the governor to install the governor's candidate? How do you react to that?
Sure. I challenge any aspirant to come up with a concrete evidence to say the party here in this state did something specific to favor any aspirant. I challenge anyone out there. And I can tell you are
you able to show cause as a chairman in the state that you are not standing with the chairman, with the governor, in installing who they have accused of being his preferred candidate? Because they say you should be an umpire in this game because you are the leader of the party in the state. But they say that you are working also with the governor to install a preferred candidate. How do you are you able to show cause that you are not complicit in the accusation that they are leveling against you?
Sure. When I took office on the 20th of March 2020, I swore to an oath to uphold the provisions of the Constitution of the party, 2017 as amended. I swore to an oath to make sure that the directives of the National Working Committee are carried out to the letter. And that's why I told you, I challenge any aspirant to come up with concrete evidence that have done A, B, C, D to favor any preferred aspirant. And the other thing that we add, Sheol, it's always easy to point fingers at other people. Politics, the results of politics or political contestation don't have surprises. It's hard work. You work hard for the results you get. You can't sit in the comfort of your room and expect results to come your way. I will enjoin all the aspirants that are dedicated party men and women to think of the larger picture, of the good of the PDP, of the fact that we have all resolved that we want to retain our tenancy in Osadebe Avenue. It cannot be an individual interest. It cannot be a group of 9 aspirants determining the fate of the PDP in Edo State. There are much more people than that. So my take is, I, as the chairman of the party in the state, repeat once more that we conducted a very fair, free, credible, or rather, the national panel that was sent to conduct the congresses conducted a very free, credible, and transparent congresses here in Edo yesterday.
All right. Dr. Tony Azegbemi is the Edo State PDP chairman. Thank you so much indeed for talking to us tonight, and I hope that you are able to put out the fire under your roof in the state as to not have the same fate that other states have faced in the PDP in their congresses, leading to a primary. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. Thank
you, Sheol. There's no fire in the roof, Sheol. No.
There's fire on the mountain, and nobody is on the run.
No, it's not fire.
Thank you so much, Tony Azegbemi. Thanks for your time.